Yo, what up, Deuce? Yo, Deuce, did you ever figure out how to fix your book map? What up, Allie? Okay, cool. So today, there's two areas mainly that I'm watching for. We're about to open actually, like around the HVL. We could potentially, if we hold this area right here, we could potentially just like run towards Asia highs, all-time highs, and then have like a continuation that's a bit slower, like a slower grind higher. In the event that we get below this 29,450 area, I would be expecting us to come down here towards the put wall around 29,285. And then somewhere in this area, I'm going to be watching to see if there's a potential long opportunity. And then we'll be careful when it starts coming back up towards here. And then if we get below, 145, any type of long opportunities are just off the table. I would rather just take a continuation short and have us start trying to make our way towards 29,000. So it's kind of the game plan today. Realistically, like pullbacks, we get a decent pullback, I'm just going to buy that shit. So yesterday we had the right idea, just got chopped out. So we're kind of looking at something very similar today. There's no major news this morning. Bro, my sickness is evolving. It fucking sucks. What up? I'm trying to trade this small account. We took an L on it yesterday. I need to get it up a little bit. I also have some evals I gotta work on today, but I have like 2 top step evals that are like halfway done. I'm gonna try and trade them maybe a little later. But at the beginning, I'm gonna focus on this small cash account with like $500 in it. I'm gonna try and use one micro, and then I gotta build it up. It's my it's that competition account, dude. The commissions on that thing are like brutal. Honestly, $3 round trip on a micro. It's nasty. It's nasty. It's the... Oh, what up, Abby? It's the Robbins Cup account. It's a Robbins Cup, monthly competition for May. Yeah, so I'm trying to what I've noticed about the Robbins Cup account or the Robbins Cup like monthly competitions is that people really don't make that much. Like the winners really don't make that much. I mean, like the most you'll see is like 100% or something. Which 100%, you know, is a lot, but if we're talking about I mean, minimum balance is $500. But I also signed up for that Tradeify competition, so we'll see how that goes. I think they're doing some type of competition right now. I'm from California. Yeah, I'm not so I don't really care so much about the cash prize. I kind of just want the bragging rights, you know what I mean? It's really about it. It's kind of just an ego thing. But with the Robbins Cup, I just want the trophy. I just want the trophy. So I have like there's a guy I talked to at like when you sign up with the Robbins Cup, they assign like a guy to you. And I talked to him and he's like, why do you want to do the Robbins Cup? Blah blah blah. And I'm like, honestly, dude, I just want a trophy, just to put over on my nightstand. I mean, if I fail it, I mean, it's $500 to enter. So like, I think I'll just do it again next month. You know, until I just get my hands on a trophy, and then I could just like say like, oh yeah. Even though those competitions mean absolutely nothing, because you know there's multiple times that I've taken a small account on my own broker like AMP, right, where it has normal margins, and then I flip them, but it's just a little bit more difficult to do it when, for one, the margin requirements is $200 per micro on MNQ, which is like double what's normal, and then they have double the commissions as well. So you definitely can't really scalp. You gotta just like take a trade and like hold it. Cause I scalped like 600 ticks out of the market on Tuesday. I got my balance up to like 700, and then half the profits just disappeared when they took the commissions at the end of the night. I was like, what the fuck? You got ATEX yesterday? That's what's up. My price scale is on this chart right here is four ticks on the scale. Yeah, so this chart is 4 ticks on the scale. I have an hourly chart that's like 10 ticks on the scale. And then I have a 1-minute chart that's 1 tick. Just keep in mind, like when you change the scale and you're using a volume profile, it could potentially change where the POC is sitting. Because it's like aggregating. But if you have it on 1, right, which is the auto, you're gonna have to zoom in to see the information. But it's like, you know, when we when we have for example yesterday, when we have candles that are like 50 or 60 points on a 5-minute time frame, I mean your entire screen is gonna just be like this, like one candle, which is not really ideal. So yeah, we're currently sitting around the HVL. If we do end up getting below this, I'm expecting us to come down here. If we hold above it, I'm just expecting us to run all-time high. Market structure's bullish. realistically looking for longs. If I do take a short, it's just going to be for a scalp. I won't really be... My idea for longs is going to become invalidated once we start getting lower down here. So until then, longs are for holding, shorts are for scalping. We're going to look for a pullback, try and go long. That's basically about it. So we had a little bit of selling come in, but if it fails, I might just follow the pressure upwards. Got to be careful a little bit about some chop at the open. Yo, what up, Choosy? I'm gonna go long right here. I'm gonna have to have kind of a bigger stop loss. I'm gonna see if we can start breaking upwards. This is data highs. Is that data highs? Yeah. We're coming into this area. We got to be kind of careful. I needed to push past this these sellers. All right, we're like 25 points in profit, so I'm going to just move it to break even. I would like it to just go towards data highs at this point. I don't really want it to come back. And the reason why I'm taking this trade, just in case you don't know, is because I'm watching the HVL. I was seeing if we were going to hold above it. We had some selling pressure try and come in, but it really failed to do anything. We started flipping bullish, so I just decided to try and follow the pressure. And then we're just targeting up here, data highs. We're up 156 ticks. I think we should be okay as long as this doesn't like snap back. There is this large, you know, this is where, oh, you guys can't see this. In this area right here, we could potentially see sellers step back in, but I'll probably start trailing my stop. If we, once we take these orders, I'm going to start trailing my stop at 550. Oh, is there, you said turn some music maybe? Hold on. You know what matters more than music right now is me hitting my take profit. So The moment we grab these orders at 550, I'm gonna start trailing the stock pretty aggressively. Alright, I'm moving my stop right below the POC. And if this flips bullish, I'm putting it right under the open. Yeah, this is the Robbins account. I need this to hold above this POC and just push. Okay, now we're trailing it tighter. There's a lot of orders stacked right here. I'm just gonna close it, honestly. It would have hit TP, but you know what? It's the difference between, like, I don't know, 30 ticks. Nah, you know what? I should have held that. That was some pussy ass shit. I should have held that shit. Anyways, chill. All right, so we basically caught, it's $118 with one micro. So what is that? It's like 236 ticks. All right, and now we took data highs. So at this point, just so you know what I'm thinking, the plan for this morning was this, okay? This is a key area right here, and this is a key area down here. We're bullish. I'm looking for longs. If this area holds, I'm expecting us to come up here, potentially start doing a slower grind up, and just like continue this never-ending pump. If we were to have held below 450 at the open and actually had some success by the sellers to push lower, you see how this large seller came in? And then we kind of stuttered right here with the buyers for a bit. Then the sellers tried to push down again, and then it just snapped right back up. So when it snapped back up, I was just thinking, okay, well, sellers just failed twice off the open. We're bullish. It's likely that we're probably just going to pump. Probably could have held that, honestly. If you took that, you probably could have just held that for all-time high. Because at this point, we're probably coming up here to take London highs if we're going to continue. But I need to, like, I've been trading this I've been trading this account, and I keep having trades that go like 50, 60, 70 points in a profit, and then it just like comes back to my break even. That's why like my account balance is so low. Well, actually, it's low because I started with 500 bucks. But yeah. So we're gonna wait to see if there's another opportunity for me to try and take another trade, because I need to, I think if I can get this account to like $1,100, I'll probably win this month. Win the competition, so it's the goal. I'm trying to get a trophy. I probably would have just done it right there if I would have just held that. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. Not necessarily, Joseph. Like there was one time I was looking at the historical standings for the monthly competitions. There was one time some guy won with like 0.34% returns. So he's basically break even. You know. But I did notice that most of the time the winners are usually anywhere between 60 to 100% returns on the month. So if I start with 500, if I get up to 1100, I should probably be okay. Which really isn't that difficult to do, you know what I mean? Like, we're halfway through the month, even with one micro, you know, 50 points is kind of just like whatever nowadays. So you can easily just do that like 5 times. But if you're thinking about shorting this, I'd be kind of careful. I think we're just going to continue. I think I might switch over to the evals. Or should we try and make more? Yeah. We're gonna try and make some more on this account. So far on the day, we are up $118. Oh, I should have held that, dude. That was a freebie. That was a freebie to hold. I fumbled it. With my, I got out for a measly 230 ticks. Bro, this is so lame, dude. Instagram is like restricting my account. I can't DM anybody. And you know what's so messed up is like I don't have people's phone numbers. I can see the DMs coming in. People are like DMing me and I can't respond to them and I don't have any of their contact information. They got me, dude. Like, I'm looking at my DMs right now. I have like bruh, I have like 34 DMs just from yesterday from people I know that are like trying to talk to me and I could just see it and I can't reply to them. Devastating. Yeah, Amir. I took those longs. I should have held them. I sat here and I literally said, if we hold above HVL and we start to pump, I'm expecting us to go to all-time high. That's what I wrote in the daily outlook too. And then what did I do? I went long down here and then I just got out. I got out like right here. L. Yeah, there's a lot of buying pressure right now, Joseph. You should probably be fine. Whoops. Oh, man. A lot of emphasis on what, Choosy? HVL, yeah, I watch HVL every day. I literally fumbled like an 800 tick move. I would have won micro, $400. Man. It's alright. At least we didn't lose money today. I feel like recently, I know you guys probably notice it. Recently on stream, I'll take like a L, get caught in some chop. I'll be like, alright guys, see you later. I'm getting off stream. And then the moment I get off stream, we start like moving, and then I take a trade and then make all of my losses back and then go into the green. But on stream, it probably looks so bad, like. Very nice. Same entry as me, and you trailed it up to 643. So how big is that? Sheesh. Banger. 150 points. Honestly though, if we just like continue pumping up and we get past all-time high and we just pump, there's really not a lot I can do at that point. If we get a little pull, if we get like a little baby pullback before all-time high, it might be an opportunity for me to go long again. But if we just straight shot up right now to all-time high, I might just have to put this account away for the day. Jeez. Dude, I hope some of you guys took those longs and held it. Probably potentially the easiest 1,000 ticks you could catch. No, you missed it. It's alright, dude. You just gotta remind yourself today is not the last day that you're ever gonna trade. There is always another session, another opportunity. 190 points on the eval. Jay Duran, what a waste. Nah, I'm just joking. That's good. Well, you did kind of waste it. No, I do that sometimes too. Sometimes I'll trade an eval. I'll like focus on an eval, and I'll catch like a really good trade, and it'll just be wasted. Trade will just be wasted. Oh, this is on a 15-minute time frame. No wonder why that looked weird. All right. We still haven't taken all-time high yet. I just want a little bit of a... Okay. Let's see. We have sellers coming in here, but we might just make another pump. Choosy, why you say you're better than Rocket? For all you know, Rocket is holding this long. Seems like a Rocket thing to do. Hold the longs all the way, probably wherever he's going for. How big is this area right here? How big are these candles? 50 points. Damn, you don't like Rocket? That's crazy. Rocket is probably one of the best traders in this server. Put some respect on his name. Right now I'm not convinced in this move down, to be honest. I think we're actually going to come back up. But am I confident enough to put my money on the table for it? I don't know. I'm watching this right now. This is a 1 minute. We're watching sellers try and push lower. You see all this selling delta down here, but they're kind of failing for any real price progression. Although we've had a large seller come in here twice, so I'd be worried about getting into a long and then it just like does it again and then immediately goes and hits my stop loss. Although we haven't hit all-time high yet, I still think we're going to go up there. Regardless of however far we pull back here or here, it doesn't matter. I think we're probably still going to go up there. Unless we really just slam down super hard. But What up, Carlon? Yeah, I trade NQ and I trade gold. I'm gonna wait for this, I'm gonna wait for this hourly candle, honestly. Ooh. Ooh. I'm gonna wait for the hourly. And we'll see if we can take a position. I'm deciding whether or not I should risk all of my profits today on this account. We're not gonna win this competition being a pussy. I'll tell you that. Because if I'm doing some degenerate math, you know, if we can catch an entry somewhere around here with 2 micros to take its all-time high, we could potentially get our 100% returns in a single day. Or we could lose a lot. Because the stop loss would need to be pretty big. $675. There's a lot of orders sitting up here. How much for my mentorship? You guys are asking that? How about this? $1 million. I'll give you my mentorship for free, and then every payout you take, I get 99% of it. Until I recoup $1 million. Free mentorship. You get the payout certificates, I get the money. Done deal. So you can show your friends. obviously I'm joking, Carla. I'm joking. Yeah. I mean, if you want to know, yes, I do help some people out. But I'd prefer not to talk about it on stream. For a lot of you guys too, like sometimes like it depends where you're at and you're damn, we are dumping. I'll talk about this later. I gotta watch this. I think, is this an opportunity to go long? If we come all the way back down, I'd actually be kind of surprised. I'm not that surprised anymore. Look at this. This is nasty. Dude, look at the 15-minute. This is the hourly open, 4-hour open. I don't know how I feel about that. If this comes all the way back up right now, that would be... That'd be pretty crazy. These 5-minute candles are really big right now. ATR is probably around 60 points. Fuck, my bad for coughing, dude. I've been sick all week. At the beginning of this week, I had a fever. RIP to anybody who tried to chase those shorts. RIP. Unless you're some maniac that wants to take on 100 points of drawdown. Yeah, I mean, you can short in these conditions. You just have to, like, keep in mind that, like, bro, what are we doing? Like, this is the weekly time frame. This is the daily time frame. 4 hour. 1 hour. I mean, this has been happening for a month and a half. If there are people who are out here still trying to short this constantly and getting steamrolled, and like, if you're gonna short it, that's fine, but just understand it's like, you shouldn't necessarily be holding it. Why would you try and hold shorts? I mean, like, okay, this day, yeah, it would have worked out, but to be honest, this is like the only day we actually had a decent retracement in like a month. So, shorts, I mean, my point is just this. Shorts are for scalping, longs are for holding. And if you keep trying to short, and you keep getting break-evens or getting steamrolled, how about you try and follow the trend? That might help you out. I mean, we're going up. Just let it go up. The big short has aura. Yeah, you know, you never know. Maybe you catch that one short that makes up for all the other failed ones, and it's just like the one that just causes a circuit breaker. That'd be pretty cool to catch one of those. Dude, I remember when the tariffs were happening last year, and like the prop firms have the rules about the circuit breakers, and it was crazy having to pay attention to like the 2% rule for circuit breakers, and like making sure you don't, you know, breach an account because you are trading too close to a circuit breaker. Crazy times. On the NASDAQ too. It's one thing to have a circuit breaker hit on like an individual stock or something, but the NASDAQ, the S&P 500, it's crazy. Yo, your chart looks crazy, dude. How do you even how do you even trade with that? How do you even know where price is at? Alright, I'm watching right now to see if we're gonna start consolidating. I do want to see us make another leg up. I want to see us take all-time high. There may or may not be an opportunity to press my luck. Worst case scenario, I'll break even today on this account. But I do need to try and, I don't know, press the gas a little bit if conditions allow for it. But I gotta wait and see. Because the last thing that I want to try and end up trading right now is literally us start whiplashing back and forth in a 73-point range. It would be pretty nasty. Is that Quant Tower? Are you trading gold right now? I haven't traded gold in a little while. I haven't traded gold this month. This is gross. Trading after 9:30 is patched. We caught a decent trade today. With 1 micro. Should probably no, I'm gonna leave the evals for another day. I gotta try and trade this account. Trying to see how this 5 minutes gonna close. I just don't want us to balance out right here. I feel like this might go a little lower. Or we start chopping. pretty interesting how he didn't take all-time high. At least not yet, but kind of left these lows right here. I'm gonna try and scalp a short right now. I'm gonna have to put my stop like right above this 5-minute candle. I'm trying to see if we're gonna break lower, but if we end up kind of snapping back and forth in between here, then you know, whatever. The sellers are struggling right here. All right, we're gonna get cooked. All right, so we went from being up $118 on the day to now only being up $81 on the day. I fucking fell for it. Yeah, Tuesday. I tried to go short right here. I ended up getting taken out of it. I lost like 70 ticks. So we're up on the day still, but we took away like a third of it. That would have been a pretty good entry for longs. But we're kind of just like snapping back and forth right here. Why I took that trade? Yeah. It's because we came up into I'll show you right now. I don't know if you guys, yeah, you guys can see this. On the hourly for the opening, like the opening 9 a.m. candle, the POC was sitting up here. We kind of tested it and we started dropping down. So when we were looking at, or when I was looking at, oh, what the hell? Wrong one. When I was looking at us chopping right here, I see sellers come in, buyers try and come in, and then sellers are coming in again. And then we had a decent close down here. I did say that I was watching for us to potentially do this, but I thought we would dig a little deeper. I was planning on the moment we broke past these lows, I was going to move my stop to break even. But this candle opened up and then pushed back into where this big trade was and started falling back down, so I tried to go short. And then it just snapped back up. And then it took me out. So what up, Mafia Trader? Mafia Trader. You're in longs at 570. That's a good entry. Yeah. The only area that I'd be watching right now is right here. Debating if I should switch to this eval. Yeah, that's what I was just thinking, Choosy. Show you the heat map. You see these white levels on the side right here? It's the same thing as the heat map. It just doesn't have a colorful band. It's the DOM. You could use it the same way. How work order flow candle? What do you mean? I'm not sure I understand. Damn, I should have just stuck with my plan and going long on the pullbacks. Why the fuck did I try and short that? I fell for it. This is called DOM levels right here. And then you could see it a little bit. This is the heat map. Keep live streaming for a long time. Dude, I don't want to sit here. I have other stuff that I gotta do. I can't sit here all day. Plus, I usually, I only trade the first hour and a half of open. Like, I have a hard cutoff time for when I need to stop trading, usually. Unless price action is, like, just moving crazy. If we just run the all-time high right now, I think I'm going to actually have to stop. We gave back a third of our profits from the first trade. I don't really want to lose all of my profits, so I was thinking about it for a little bit. It's really not a lot. It's only $81, but I do kind of want to pass these evals though today. Choosy, where's your stop at? Is that break even? Yeah, I think so too. I think if we get past this right here, probably gonna go higher. Because we had buyers get absorbed right here. There's a little bit of selling pressure, but there really wasn't any real price progression yet.
Order filled.
I'm gonna go long right here on the eval with 2 minis. If I lose this trade, I'm gonna be done for the day though. It's kind of a dangerous area to take this long, but because we're not above this yet. But if we push back up into like 645, I'll have to move it to break even. Like up here. I have 2 evals that are halfway done. I'm definitely not going to destroy both of them today, so. But yeah, if this comes down and like gets past this 5-minute candle right now and takes me out on here, I'm just going to stop for the day. Because if it does that, then I think we're going to potentially stay inside of this area for a little bit. And then we would have taken one trade that we got out too early in the beginning, and then along the top of the range, shorted the bottom of the range. Yeah, after something like that, I would definitely have to stop for the day. The volume is just dead. It's dying out. Alright, I'm gonna have to move it to break even now. Because we're coming into this area where buyers got absorbed last time, and honestly, we need to push through it pretty quickly. Or else I'd rather just take my 60 bucks, probably call it a day. I think we should be chill though. We're getting some buying pressure. Just don't miss my TP and then come back and take me out. If it does that, I have to. It would honestly piss me off, so I'd probably just probably just end the stream. It's just like right here. We struggled. We struggled a lot first time. We need to have some aggression. Otherwise, it's gonna just come back. $20 ticks. Don't do it to me.
Order filled.
Alright, cool. We passed this eval. If you guys are holding this, I only reason why I got out of it is because it's an eval, I just had to pass it. But we're probably coming up here to take some of these orders out, take all-time high. On to the next one. Should we slam 5 minis on this one? Alright, so what do? We went long down here. We got out like right here. We went short right here, got cooked real quick. We went long right here. Not terrible. Although, I really shouldn't have taken this trade, dude. Like, I'm kind of upset that I took that. But it's alright. You live and you learn. If you actually learn. Alright, well. I'll sit here for a little bit. We'll see if we can find an opportunity, but we're about to be at all-time high. You know, we have all-time high sitting up here. It's where all these orders are stacked. Look at all of these orders sitting here. If we punch, we might punch through this pretty quickly. I mean, it would take a lot of pressure, a lot of buying pressure, but it's definitely possible. And then if it does that, we have let me show you. Gamma wise up here, NCOI and COI sitting at the call wall. I know this is kind of far away, so I get it, but we may just fucking slowly grind up. This is a lot of orders to get through though. There's probably over, yeah, there's like almost 2,000 orders sitting right here. So we shall see if there's another opportunity for me to try and pass the second evo. Although I don't want to force it today. I think for me, I'm thinking this, right? Like, okay, what was the plan this morning? Watch if HVL holds. If it does, we're going all-time high and doing a slow grind up. Well, if that is basically what's happening right now, then my morning plan played out, meaning that I don't have a plan anymore, which is kind of a dangerous time to trade when I don't really, I mean, I don't like to try and form new ideas. Ooh, I don't like to try and form new ideas on the fly sometimes. Plus, we're getting really close to my hard cutoff time. It's in 20 minutes where I just stop trading. Chunky Monkey, you just zoom in. You see this? It's like 360, 248, 147, 250, 100, 200, 300, 200. I mean, if you just, right, this is like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. It's like 2,000 orders. But that's on micros, though. But 2,000 contracts for micros is a lot. Like right here, there's a thick band of heat. See that? See this mountain right here? The only way we're going to get through that is there has to be like a lot of buying aggression, which will probably happen, but I'm just saying, we're going to need like a lot of buying aggression to get through that. Or we might come up and then like partial fill, drop down, come up, partial fill, drop down, and then just shoot through the rest of it. Or, I'm not a fortune teller. You can come up, fill some of it, like it did right here, and then just fucking drop back down again. Going through prop firms if you're starting to trade order flow. Risk management. Is that what you mean? RM, risk management? Yeah, I do not trade evals like how I trade evals. This eval, I passed it in 2 trades, okay? You should not do that. When I trade evals, I'm risking like 1,000. I'm risking half of my drawdown every single trade. So, you're gonna get smoked if you do that. But you should, I don't know. Usually I would say if you're gonna risk on an eval, the goal is to try and trade eval. Okay, hold on. I mean, it depends. Like, have you ever pulled a payout before? Or are you still working on, like, kind of getting everything down? Because that's going to make a big difference. You were funded, but have you pulled a payout, though? It's not a big deal if you haven't. It's just... Okay. Well... if I were you and I was newer to trading, I would probably set, and this is kind of an aggressive, oh, there we go. It's kind of an aggressive approach, but like a $600 daily loss limit. And you try to break that down into 2 or 3 trades. And then you just hold the winners. I mean, if you're risking $300, you know, let's say you're risking $300 on a trade, you can easily make 600, 900, you know. So, or even if you're just doing 1-to-1s, like 300 and then you make 300, it might take you like a week or 2 to pass it, but it's better to, you just don't want to end up blowing a bunch of these accounts. You'll just end up spending a ton of money. And if you're not like getting payouts on the futures prop firms yet, you definitely don't want to rack up fees and put yourself in a hole, because then you're just going to be like trading to climb out of a hole. So, I mean, not financial advice, because the moment I tell you how much to risk, it starts becoming financial advice, but yeah, I'll just do this. No evidence. No evidence. Even though I already said it, so I'm kind of fucked anyways, but. Alright, well, we're at all-time high now. And we are slightly we're pushing, probably going to take these orders here sitting at 700. We just did. At this point, we may just like slowly grind up. If we get past 700, I think we're gonna slowly grind up. We could potentially turn around a little bit, but honestly, we are now kind of in no man's land. So I think I'm just gonna stop for the day. I think it's probably a good idea. So I'm up. Just a little bit of a recap. This morning, what I was looking at is I saw us coming down. I'm watching the HVL. I'm watching down here. These are 2 potential long areas that I was looking for. We held this off the open. I went long. I got out at data highs for like 230 ticks. Then I gave back like 70 ticks of that when I tried to short it here like a dumbass. And then I went long again up here on an eval, past an eval. It's really not a bad day. I can easily make it a very bad day. So we're going to make an executive decision as CEO of Thrax Trades to stop trading. So I'll catch you guys next time. All right, peace. I'm going to go do something else. Oh wait, there's a comment coming in from Ikagai. What do you gotta say, Ikagai, before I cut you off and end the stream? You have 10 seconds. Dude, I can't Ikagai, I can't DM you, bro. Like, I don't have your guys' phone number. I don't have your phone number, so I can't even talk to you right now in our group chat. I can see what you guys send. I can't DM you guys back. I messaged Instagram. They said that they're gonna block me from DMing people for like 3 more days. So, yeah. Hey, but hit me up. You can hit me up on Discord. All right. Anyways, I'll catch you guys later. Peace.